and make our own sourdough starter. So we're gonna do that today, but I'm gonna ask you guys to maybe start it with me and let's do this experiment together. And we'll come back in like 5 days and check in and see how it's going. All right guys, it is day 2. Doesn't look much different. There's a couple bubbles on top. One change that I did make, thanks to a viewer, is they recommended using cheesecloth. So I did change out my coffee filter for a piece of cheesecloth. We're going to add, I already have mixed up my 1 cup flour, 1 cup water. We're going to add that. One more tip is use a wooden spoon, not metal. I'm going to stir that all together. Just smells like flour and water still. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Day 2. Look how bubbly it is. Hopefully it's, whew. So we're gonna add back to it and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay guys, it is day 4 and I am definitely seeing some action. Again, this is my first time making sourdough, so I'm not quite sure what happened, but you can definitely see that it rose, but it's fallen again, and I'm not sure if that's normal, but it definitely smells different today. So let me just try to show you guys what it looks like. So I got some liquid on it, definitely lots of bubbles. It looks kind of like doughy in there, I guess. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. Like, it looks like you could pull it. I'm trying to describe the smell. I guess it's a little sweet and a little sour. So I did some research today, and like some people were saying at day 4 to discard some and put some back, but because I started with such a small amount, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna leave it. I don't think that there's one right way to do sourdough from all the research. Oh my gosh, it's so confusing because it feels like everybody does it differently. So I've got about a cup of starter in here as of today, so I'm gonna add a cup of equal parts back. So here's a cup of filtered water, and I'll add a cup of flour. And hopefully that by tomorrow we'll be able to do discard and actually make something with it on day 5. That'll be exciting. So I'm just gonna stir this up. If I didn't finish saying what I was gonna say, it's that people were saying that like watery juice, I guess they call it hooch, can be poured off. And other people were saying to use a clean jar every single day. Surely they didn't do that back in the day. A clean jar every single day? In the ancient times? No way. From my understanding, the reason why people discard is for 2 reasons. One reason being that your vessel's too small, right? And you need to discard some. Another reason being that the yeast doesn't have so much to compete with to continue to grow. But I feel like mine's really healthy. I'm wondering if I'm storing it right next to my kombucha, if that's making a difference or not. I don't know, it's just guesses. Okay, so here we are today. I'm hoping by tomorrow when I wake up, I see a nice big rise in it and we can make something. If nothing else, we'll make something with the discard, like brownies or pancakes or something like that. So I hope yours is going good. I know I've gotten some comments on Instagram. Thanks guys for playing along with me. If you've learned any lessons along the way, don't forget to go ahead and leave comments down in the description. Okay, let's talk sourdough just for a second. So we're all, for those that are participating, trying our hand either the first time or picking it back up, starting sourdough. If I wasn't clear, this is my very first time making this. And I don't know if it's going great or not. So I'm just going to show you, it is day 5, and I did do a discard this morning. So let's see if we can get, I think you guys can see the bubbles. It is definitely bubbly, and when I look at it inside, I'll show you. So with the discard this morning, I made some pretty darn amazing pancakes, and I have a little bit left, about a half a cup. So I used a cup of the discard to make pancakes, and I'll leave that link to that recipe in the description below. I'm going to use this half cup and try to make some brownies or something with it. Hey. So based on I did a lot of research over the week, just trying to come up with more information. And I'm getting this liquid formed on top, which I learned is called hooch. And some people stir that back in. I guess it's a waste byproduct from the fermentation process. And other people pour it off. So yesterday on day 4, I did pour that off. So today when I did my discard, I discarded all of it, put back 1/2 cup just so I could get a good measurement. And then I fed it with 1 cup of all-purpose flour and about 3/4 cup of filtered water. Oh, a couple other good tips is definitely use filtered water, not tap water, because if you have a lot of chemicals in your tap water, that could kill the fermentation. And don't use metal utensils. I'm not sure why, but I've been using a wooden spoon. It smells very much like a sweet sour. It's not over sour smelling. It is a unique smell. I don't know that I've ever smelled it before. So I definitely don't think it is ready for bread baking. I'd imagine what I'm looking for when I can tell it's ready for bread baking is when it's really doing that rise and bubble. You know, like when it's doubling on itself. So I'm just gonna keep, my eggs are turning. So I'm just gonna keep feeding it over the next few days and watch it. There's processes, like everybody's does it differently, I guess. I'm not sure. I guess what I need to research next is if I discard it every single day from here, or do I feed it now for 5 more days and then do a discard again? I'm not sure. So I'm gonna keep researching it. You guys keep researching it, and we're all gonna learn from each other over this fun stay-at-home time. And eventually one of us is going to conquer sourdough, even if it's not me. So I'm gonna get to making brownies now. I'll leave that recipe below. I am modifying it slightly because I only have a 1/2 cup of starter. So we're just gonna make do with what we've got. But for now, this baby is gonna go back up on the fridge and continue to live happily. Oh guys, I named her Miss Rona. Yes, because did you know Co with the O, like little hat sign over the O in Vietnamese means miss? So it's Miss Rona.